Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Shino, and we're back in All the Mods 10 to the Sky. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Last episode, we did finish off the Nexium emitter, and we're down to now one item left on our journey to get the ATM Star. And we don't have very many items to go. Let's take a peek at what we need to do. The only thing we have left is the Philosopher's Fuel. And the only thing we need from the Philosopher's Fuel is going to be the Sentient Ender. Now, these aren't really easy things to get. None of them really are. But this one is probably one of the most difficult within the whole process because it's not, there's so many machines that are kind of involved, so many steps and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, this may take us a little bit to get, but, I'm excited for it. So let's get started and take a look at what we need to do. So we're going to need to get a soul binding machine. That's one of the items that we're going to need. We'll put that on our list. And then we're going to need the Ender Resonator, which is done by making the slice and splice. So let's get that machine together. Then we're going to need a soul vial for a witch. And then for the Ender Resonator, I don't think any of this is going to be hard except for maybe the Enderman head. The Enderman head. Oh, no, we can do that from the Enderman predictions. So we may even have those already. Let's say Enderman head. Enderman. We have no heads. Head. Yeah, look at that. We have no heads. So let's get started there. I should have Enderman predictions out the wazoo. So let's get, I don't know, like 4 of those, and we'll drop them in the loot fabricator and set it up onto that. Oh, we're gonna need probably more than that. Let's grab a stack. All right, we'll let that start going. We're gonna need to get a soul vial for the witch. Let's go ahead and make. Let's start off first. Let's make our machines. All right, I think that's probably gonna be the best place to start. So the ensouled chassis is going to need soul chains, which I thought we had made those already, but I don't see it. So let's just do it again. Energized bimetal. Going to require the energetic alloy, which we know how to do, but we don't know how to make the nuggies yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Just a couple of iron gears. And there's one. Let's get 5 more of these. There we go. That gives us our slice and splice. We're going to need some capacitors. And do I have the recipe for the octitic capacitor? I do. Let's just go ahead and make like 10 of those. We have some of these other ones where, we have like, we can throw this one in there for now. While that's being made, let's throw that in there. That's all good. This is all running all this stuff up over here. So no concerns there. Actually, let's think about that. Let's just go ahead and cancel that. Yeah, we don't need to do that. All right, let's let that build up. It takes care of that machine. Then we're going to need the soul binder. I thought we made a soul binder already. Isn't that what's over here? No, it's not. Okay. We're going to need a soul binder. All right, something's happening to the game here. Hang on one second. Let me see. I may have to reboot. It all happened at this point right here, but let's see if it... Yeah, see how it's like when I click on the soul vial, everything kind of just like stops. See in the background right there, nothing's moving. It's like as soon as I click on that soul vial, everything goes, my FPS rate just drops to absolutely nothing. So hang on one second. All right, we're gonna try this a different way. So I've got the soul vial made to here. So we're going to try to do it, maybe this way I don't have to, whatever's causing that to happen, I don't like it, but we'll see if we can get this to go like that. We need fused quartz. Yeah, there we go. I broke a dense cable. That's why that wasn't working. Now that should work, right? Put that back in there. We can now go back to here and put this in. Now let's try this one more time. And we're going to do the soul vial. There we go. That's working now. That's working. All right, what else we need? We need 2 more of the energized bimetal gears. Let's go ahead and put those into recipes as well. There we go. That'll take care of getting those. What else we're going to need? Now we're going to need the ensouled chassis. We're just going to do it that way. And finally, Z-Logic controller. All right, so we're going to need this in the slice and splice, which is set up right here. And from what I saw, we're going to need... We're going to go ahead and have to have an axe and a pair of shears in there. Go ahead and give me that and give me the shears. And I would love if I could make... I don't think I can. So let's just go ahead and just go with this. We're not going to be making very many of these. Cool. And I can put that in there and that in there. That should work. We're going to need 2 silicon and 2 solarium ingots. We're going to need a piece of redstone and a zombie head. So let's grab the redstone and a zombie head. Is that something that we can make from zombie prediction matrix? It is not. We're going to actually have to get that zombie head the old fashioned way. You know, this is probably a good idea for us to get beheading on our mob masher. I believe so. Let's go ahead and do, let's go ahead and put that on there, and let's get, how many of these we want to get? We're going to need 20 of these. And then we're going to need 20 of these. And then we should be able to just do 10. Cool. Okay, masher is off. I'm going to try to get this block right here. I'm going to turn on my magnet for a second. We're going to break that. That should give us access. Yeah. And I can throw that in there. Cool. And then that stone went all the way back over. What's this stuff called? Zag. There it is. And let's turn this back on. And turn that back on. All right, let's see how many heads we get here. Hey, we got zombie heads already. Sweet. It was quick and easy. So is that the last item we need for the Z-Logic controller? I think so. Go here, here, and do that. There we go. Z-Logic controller. That should be the last thing we need now for this thing. There's the soul binder. Okay, next thing we got to do is we're going to have to get a bunch of witches. And I think I have Which spawn egg in here? Which spawn egg? I do. That's perfect. Do I have a spawner? I do not. All right, let's go see if we can find ourselves a spawner in the nether. And I'm going to make sure that I've got soul touch. Not on that one. Silk touch. Cool. Go find us a couple spawners here. There's one. Got it. Probably want to have a couple of these if I can find them. There's another one. This will give me 4. I think that'll be good enough. 4 of them. I think so. Take a quick peek, see if there's any others. Just handy right here. Not that direction. Maybe this way. Nope, I don't see any others. All right, we're gonna head out of here. All right, let's do some of the apothic stuff that we're gonna need. So we know we're gonna need a redstone comparator for this thing. That means we're gonna need a lever also. You can do some redstone control on it. Let's grab a soul lantern, which I cleaned up the decorations, so we should have some soul lanterns there. It's no longer, I don't know if I've showed this or not. Yeah, it's no longer fall out here. We've got that all out of the way. I need to start getting everything set up for Christmas. But I don't know if we will or not. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. What do we got? We got the soul lantern. Get rid of that. Piece of wool. Chorus fruit. And I think coarse fruit's only for the no AI, right? I think that's what that is. And then a conduit. I'm not sure if we can do a conduit or not. We're going to see. Conduit. We need to make a heart of the sea. We can do heart of the sea. And now we can make a conduit. We can make a conduit. I think we only need one of those. And that should give us everything that we need. I believe so. Cool. Let's just go over here, and I don't know where I want to set this thing up at. I've got that room. Got that one. Let's hop into there. Yeah, this will work. I think this will work just fine. So we're going to put this down, and we're going to click with that, and then I'll turn that on with the redstone signal. Cool. And then we can put the soul lantern on it, and then we can put on the conduit, and then I think we just need one of those. Cool. And then I should be able to take the witch, click that on there like that. And does this work? I may have to change the conditions for being present, right? What is that? Let's go take a look here. Spawn count, no AI. Spawn range. Okay, you don't need that. Ignore player. All right, I think we need the nether star. I think we need one of those, and sugar, I think, is the other thing that we need to kind of speed it up a little bit, right? So I think we can do that. And then we can click a bunch of this on there. Right? And then if we hold control, So what do we have? Minimum spawn delay 20, max spawn delay 800, spawn count 4, max entity 6, activation rate 16, spawn range 4, ignores players, ignores conditions. I think that's it. Is that right? Here's some. Cool. All right, so we're doing this because we need to get for here to here, soul vial for a witch. So let's make another soul vial. All right, there's one, and there's two soul vials of witches. That's pretty easy. Let's get rid of that, and that. Again, we're still working down this path right here. So we got the soul vial for the witch. I'm going to add that to my recipe. And then we're going to need the ender resonator. All right. So for this vibrant alloy and the enderman head, we've got the enderman head. So let's do the vibrant alloy. And we're making 2 of these. So we're going to need the silicon times 4. We'll just put all that there. We'll put all that there. Put these up here. Solarium ingots. Solarium ingot. Grab those, and let's grab our enderman head. Which we should have at least a stack over here now. Stacking a bit. There we do. Is this it? Are we there? Need the slice and splice first for 2 of these. There's 1. There's number 2. And we're going to need some XP. I think I just have to have it on me, or do I have to get it inside there? You know, I think I have to put it inside there, right? There we go. Okay. So we can just stand right up here on top of this. And let this fill up. All right, I think that's good. I've got 10 buckets worth, it says, are inside here, even though it doesn't register here yet. I don't think it does until you put the items in there that it needs. And then I've got a little bit up here. So I'm hoping that this is going to work. Let's go ahead and we need, it says Soul Vial Witch. Soul Vial Witch. We've got it right there, right? So what do we, oh, you know what we need to do? Hang on. Do we have this part done yet? Ender Resonator and a Soul Vial Witch. Ender Resonator, Soul Vial Witch. There and there. Oh man, that's slow. That'll help. All right, there's number 1 of the Sentient Ender. And here comes number 2. Oh my goodness. And that should be the last piece that we need for the Philosopher's Fuel. Oh, it says we need Eclipse Ember, but we've got that on Automagic. Let's go watch that thing work. I don't know if I've showed this working or not. I'm kind of happy with the way I did this automation. The rest of the automation for just dire things, this not so much. This didn't work out very good. Let's watch this work here, okay? So I can do that and that. Nope, wrong one. That and that. Isn't that cool? So it's just going to drop them on there and they'll grow up. And you've got 5 spots per each one of these blocks. So you can do a total of 15 at a time on this. Now you do get, I think I've got it going as a 1-to-1. So you end up getting more than what you need off of this. But I don't think that's ever been an issue really. And now you should be seeing, yeah, now the primal coal's going in. That should be just about done. There it is, the Eclipse Ender block. And there we go with the Philosopher's Fuel, the last piece of the ATM Star. And there we go. Shift left click to save that recipe. And we did it, folks. We got the ATM Star. Where's the fanfare? Where's the hoopla? Where's the what? They didn't get nothing off of that. ATM Star. Nothing. Really? No reward for the ATM Star? I feel gypped. Do we have everything that we need to make another one? You know what? We might actually have enough stuff to be able to make another one. A lot of this stuff, you know, we automated some of this stuff. Some of the stuff we did not automate, so we might be able to make some more, but I don't know if we really need to. You know, the series, I just wanted to get through the ATM Star. We've done it. There are some things that we could make with the ATM Star. Let's go take a look. If we wanted to make the creative jetpack, we could. If we wanted to make the creative spell book, we could. What else we got? We could get the creative source jar, which would be pretty cool, I guess. What else we got? Jetpack. Seems like there was like a creative energy cell, right? Creative capacitor. Yeah, creative energy battery. That's from Integrated Dynamics. Don't really want that one. Here's one from Powa that we could make the creative. We could do it that way. We could do the creative energy cube, which gives us infinite power right off of there. That's probably, I mean, that if I was going to do anything, that's probably what I would make with it, at least for the first one. Yeah. What else we got here? Let's take a peek. Already seen that. I guess that's it, really. I mean, yeah. So the creative capacitor would be kind of cool, I think. But, yeah, I think if I was going to be making anything, it would probably be something like this. Yeah, but I don't know. You know, like I said, if I'm going to continue this world, I definitely want to make some more of these. Because, you know, like having the Patrick Star bee, we've got 2 of them, which is cool. So we could actually, if we wanted to, we could, you know, if we get 9 more or 8 more of these stars, we could actually start making ATM stars kind of mass produced by using the Patrick bee. Because they, you know, you convert it over to the Starry bee, the Patrick bee converts over to the Starry bee, and I've already got a Patrick bee, so that will make the stars that go in the middle. Here, I'll just bring up the recipe so you can see it. Let's do R, go to here, this, right? So the if you do 9 of the ATM stars, you can make the ATM Star block. You can get the B by feeding that ATM Star block to a Patrick B. You get the Starry B. That Starry B then will produce the ATM Star shards, which come from, let's do this, that, this, that. You get the shards, the 5% chance per each comb. So that's, not too bad. Plus you get nether star shards after that. That's pretty cool. But anyways, that B there, along with the Patrick B, which you get from right here, that you can then put into the Ultimate Crafter and continue to make more and more stars. So really, if you wanted to make an infinite number of stars and automate the stars, that would probably be the quickest, easiest way to go. But again, you'd have to go through all of those singularities 9 times. Singularities, which I've got pretty much all of them, don't I? Yeah, I don't know. But I think for me, anyways, I think the series is now done. My whole goal for doing this was just to get to the ATM Star. We got that done, so hooray, it's all finished. So we're going to call a series complete. Thanks for spending time with me. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We will be back to do some more modded Minecraft stuff in the not too distant future. But for right now, channel attention is going to be going back over to Vintage Story. And we're going to be getting into spending a lot more time on the Rusty Gears server and playing around with the rest of the Rusty Gears. All right. So thanks for spending time with me. This is Shino, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.